YouTube, what is going on? It is Skywise back from the video. Today we're going to talk about cars. More specifically, what things should you know and pay attention to when you're entering the car scene. Now, if you're already in the car scene and you're a car enthusiast, this video will still help because it'll show you some perspective from my end of the spectrum that you can utilize and you can use. As always, we always like to educate, we like to help out, I like to spread my knowledge, and I also at the same time, believe it or not, like other people, I like to listen to you guys and I like to hear your feedback because whatever I like to learn, because whatever I learn, I will spread. So that's why we have to work together on these type of topics. And in this video, we're gonna focus on people entering the car scene and already in the car scene and how to get the most out of your local car scene around wherever you live, wherever that may be. Now, something that helps to know about me before we get in this video, just to make you feel a little more comfortable with what I'm saying, I've been in the car scene for years. I've had muscle cars, tuner cars, and classic cars. I've been on bikes. Currently, I'm staying next to my ZL1, my Subaru STI, and I have a Jigsaw over there, and there's a few more toys out there like razors and jet skis. So I'm involved in a lot of different groups. It's that time of the year though, jet skiing's taken off, so I've been trying to get out in the water more than I have been in car meets, just because, you know, social distancing. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, so I've been involved in a lot of different communities, muscle group communities, biker communities, and tuner communities. And I know the ins and outs and the pros and cons of each and every single one of them. And I want to try to sum all of that up in this video for you guys. There's this huge speculation about toxic car culture. And yes, that is true. There is plenty of toxic car culture. There's toxic everything. I mean, we live in a very half and half toxic world as a society. It's just, we are shifting and we are watching the movement in front of our very own eyes. I mean, everything is constantly changing. Prices, and I mean, this ain't the car culture back from 2005 when the Fast and Furious movies were dropping and everybody was rocking LED underglows. Like, I mean, I still am, but it's so much different now. And a lot of these kids, especially people entering the car scene, they watch older content and these Fast and Furious movies, and they enter the car scene expecting that when it's really just not that. It's still fun, but you can't have all these huge expectations when entering your local car scene. There's so many things to look out for and to pay attention for. I originally started out, I had a Mustang. I've been through an older STI, I had a Hawkeye. I was in the biker community at one point. I only had a 500, but I still enjoyed the hell out of it, and I still had everybody's respect. A lot of people think if you have a non-STI WRX or a 4-cylinder Mustang or a 250 or 300 street bike that you're not cool and you can't be in the car scene. That's mainly in the person that owns that's head. It's completely okay to have whatever you enjoy. It's about what you have, what you can afford. If you're ever having a hard time picking between something, it's not very hard to choose. Get whatever you can afford. It doesn't matter what you're driving. The biggest thing that matters is everybody respects everybody's rides. And I know that sounds unreal. A lot of people are like, oh no, they're gonna hate that. Who fucking cares what other people think? You will eventually get to where you need to be, but it's a step-by-step process. Enjoy it for what it is at first, because I'll tell you this, and this is coming straight from my heart, and I'm being 100% real about this. I have a ZL1 right now, right? ZL1. It's a fast car, okay? It's a respectable car. I had an EcoBoost Mustang with a cutoff muffler, not even a blow-off valve. I had a spacer on it, and I had a cold air intake on it. I had more fun in that car than I do this car. I think it's because I've gotten older and I'm not as outgoing as I used to be. The people I hang around are different. But listen, I pushed that shit to its limits. And it was fun as shit. I was that guy revving it up at lights. I listened to my blow-off valve. It doesn't matter how fast the car is. It's just, I had so much fucking fun with that car. Even my 500, when I had my 500 bike, I had a 500 CBR, okay? It wasn't that fast. I was the slowest in the group, but I didn't let that fucking stop me from having fun and going out to meets and enjoying shit with people. It doesn't matter what you have. I'm telling you guys, I have some of the things I dreamed about when I was younger, and I am being 100% honest with you. I enjoyed the things from the past more than I enjoy things now. And it goes for anything. I mean, even we could talk about jet skis. I had my old two-strokes. My old two-stroke jet skis were the fucking funnest jet skis I've ever owned in my entire life. Compared to the newer ones now, the supercharged ones, it will never erase my memories from my old two-strokes. The most fun fucking going out with buddies, breaking down, sinking, towing them to the shore, taking tools, wrenching on them. That shit is fun. It's stuff you'll never forget. And it's right there and then when you're entering the scene with whatever you have that you'll always remember. I remember meeting up with my buddies. We'd find a meet or a show on a Saturday. We'd plan it out with each other. And we would get a time together. We'd meet up at someone's house. We'd line our cars up in the driveway. We'd wash them all. And we would all roll out in a pack to a car show. And afterwards, we'd go get dinner somewhere, and then we'd cruise downtown at night. We'd have our lights on under the cars and shit. And it was fun as hell. I mean, it's just memories like that. And another huge thing I want to touch on is networking. It's one thing I don't think I did enough of. I always stuck around my same group of people. I was never the guy that would go around and I would network with other people. I met a few people down the line through the events, but for the most part, I didn't meet as many people as I should have. That was one of the biggest things I regret. I think that like I said, that's something I would change if I could, but unfortunately, you can't go back in time. When you're at these events, talk to fucking everybody. Give people Snapchat. I mean, you can make so many friends at these meets. It doesn't even matter if you're into cars and you don't even have any friends into cars. I used to have, whenever I had buddies that had cars, they were busy. I would hit up my other friends that that weren't even really into cars, but they had something. Or they'd cruise with me and we would roll up together and we would just fucking hang out. It doesn't matter who you have. I mean, go by yourself. I used to know so many people that would just roll up by themselves and everybody would fucking talk to them. So, and of course, not every community is like that. I don't know how your local community is when it comes to cars, but that was such a huge thing back when we used to go to car meets. I literally taught myself how to drive stick shift. I didn't have a teacher. I didn't wait for anybody. And that's the problem, is people are out here waiting and waiting and waiting. What are you waiting on? I mean, just get out, just do this shit. Get out and go to a car show. Get out and wash your car. Learn how to drive stick. Just enjoy it for what it is. I have so many buddies, I ain't taking the car out, I'm doing this, I want to wait to do this. Fuck, wait. It's going to be the end of the summer by the time you're ready to do something. I hate that shit. Just get out for now and enjoy it for what it is. I mean, that's a problem that we have. And there is a lot of toxic car culture, like, you know, people locking down intersections and doing donuts. I was never involved with none of that. I knew people who were, but I was never one of those guys. I avoid that type of stuff. But, I mean, at the end of the day, doesn't matter what you drive, doesn't matter who you hang around with, doesn't matter what you're trying to do to your car. All you gotta do is get out there and just enjoy it for what it is. Don't wait for the inevitable. There's a clock ticking. Just go out now and enjoy it, especially since it's summer. I'm telling you. And you could have a 250 or a WRX or a V6 Mustang. You could want this, and I promise you, if you just work towards what you want, eventually you will have it. As always, guys, I just want to make this quick video. I didn't really want to put this one on a short. I hate rushing shorts, so I figured I'd make a little bit more of a video on it. comment, like, subscribe. Check out our content. We have so much content. I have a video of us, the straight pipe, the exhaust setup on my STI. We just put a video up of us straight piping the Razor. This month has been a really good month. We hit 50K views and it feels pretty good. We've been doing YouTube since 2013, so it's been a pretty successful month so far. So as always, like I said, you know the routine. Hell yeah.